Eric Horn here with Brett Dawson after the Thunder's loss to the Denver Nuggets. I don't remember the score, and it's really inconsequential.
It was 111-105, but it really doesn't matter.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thunder loses to wrap up the regular season 47-35. Now they're going to Houston. Sunday, the playoffs start, 8 p.m. TNT. Brett, tonight, again, a game of no consequence, but you had a great start to the game before the game with the Thunder bringing out Oscar Robertson to help honor Russell Westbrook.
Oscar Robertson comes out to honor him. The whole team gathers, the coaching staff, front office people. They play a great video, a really powerful video about records in sports. Oscar Robertson plays to the crowd. He says MVP at the end of his speech. Russell Westbrook calls the fans the greatest fans in the world. It was a real feel-good moment, and I think an important moment, talking to some of the players, talking to Billy Donovan. I think it was organizationally, it was an important thing to take a beat, take a minute, even though this game doesn't mean a whole lot, recognize what Russell Westbrook did over the course of 82 games, 81 games, whatever. But just to take a minute and say, look at what this guy did and recognize it for the greatness that it was over the course of the season.
Yeah, it was important because of all the wild things that happened over the past 3 or 4 games. They all happened on the road. So you get a chance to come here and honor Russell Westbrook in front of the Chesapeake Energy Arena fans before you go off to Houston. And now we're ready for a series that's going to be, the 2 favorites for the MVP race going head-to-head on Sunday in Houston. Brett, what do you think about Game 1 and how do you think the Thunder are going to play?
Well, they better play better than the last time they were in Houston. They got run off the floor the last time they were there. I'm interested to see. We've seen a couple of good things out of Jeremy Grant lately. His minutes have been sort of inconsistent, but the last week or so he's played a little bit more as some guys have rested. They're going to need something out of him. They're going to need him to play well. It would really help if he'd make threes because he's done that some over the course of the year, and they're going to need his defense. They're going to need to play small as much as they can. It's a trick for them because they like to play as big as they can. They want to play Enes Kanter and Steven Adams. It's not going to work against Houston, so you need him to be good. The other thing that's happened a little bit more lately, they could really use Alex Abrines making some threes. Keeping up with Houston is hard to do. So those are some of the things. Obviously, you're going to be watching the Westbrook-Harden matchup in terms of statistics, and you're going to be watching the Andre Robertson on Harden matchup. But looking at what some of those Thunder role players do, I think is really important.
Stole my thunder with the Alex Abrines one. He hit 3 threes tonight. He passed James Harden for the Thunder rookie record in threes. He said he's back to 100% after his knee sprain. He's looked good the past couple of games in the short minutes that he's played. Again, he's going to be critical for the series, but it comes down to Westbrook. If these are going to be close games like they were the first 3 games, it's going to be Westbrook that's going to have to close out these games and provide good decision-making. Oh, it's break time. Provide good decision-making in those late minutes of the game. We're fumbling over our words now. We probably need to go, but here's some post-game video from Billy Donovan and Russell Westbrook.
Well, it's a big night. Big night. Can you just talk about what it meant to you to have Oscar actually out here in front of the fans and just embrace that moment? Just talk about that moment for you.
That's obviously an unbelievable honor. Not just for me, but just for overall, just to have him here. It's a blessing in itself. Like I said before, it's something I can never dream about to be able to, especially have the big O here in Oklahoma City. Be here, so that's great.
And you met him before, Russ? At an All-Star game or something?
Yeah, I met him before.
Did you cry a little bit during the
No.
What did you take from Big O, just talking to him? What did you kind of like a sponge type of just take in?
We didn't talk much about the game. We just said how much the game is different from back when he played until I'm playing now. And congratulations going back and forth. Mostly.
Could you see that video that was played right before the announcement?
Yeah,
when
we
you're
saw it. We saw it, yeah.
What did you think?
That was a great video, man.
Getting your accomplishments compared to Joe DiMaggio and people like that.
It's an honor, honestly, man. I don't really know any other way to describe that. To be able to be up to those guys. A lot of those guys, I don't know. I never seen play, but I know they've done amazing things in their, other sports and other athletes. So I think just to be mentioned in sentences with some of those guys is an honor in itself.
Is it too soon for you to have an appreciation for the historical nature of what you've done this year, or do you think you've got a pretty good grasp on that?
It's never too soon to be blessed for things that you've been done. I think of it differently, man. I think it's all blessings coming from the men above to be able to put me in a situation that I'm able to be here with Oscar Robertson, be here in Oklahoma City, to do different things on the basketball floor. So I enjoy every moment of it and embrace each moment.
Russell, you also won the scoring title. Last time you won a scoring title, you guys didn't make the playoffs. You make the playoffs this time. Does it have more meaning to you now?
In the second quarter, we kind of allowed, gave away some of our lead. We came out in the third, and I thought defensively that wasn't a great quarter for us. Gave up way too many points, and obviously starting the fourth, it was close. But I thought our guys battled in the fourth. It was great to give some guys some different opportunities in different situations. We obviously got a chance to play a lot of different guys. It was a little bit of a different kind of game because of the rotations and the minutes. But overall, I think there's still some things we can look at and try to improve upon.
Did Cantor tweak his arm? I'm sorry. Did Ennis tweak his arm?
No, he'd gotten a cut on his elbow that I think had opened up again, and they just needed to kind of, I think because of the way it was bleeding for the stoppage of play, he was just dealing with that. That's what the bigger issue was.
Billy, what did you think of the tribute video and the ceremony with Oscar and all that stuff before the game?
I think, standing there, I should say. I think when you look at different records that are set in whatever particular sport it is, and you see a lot of those athletes from different sports, different generations, different things that have been accomplished, it kind of puts it in really perspective to sitting there very, very humbly watching, what he has been able to do in this regular season. And, to have Oscar Robertson stand there with him, and then obviously to show some clips of him, it kind of almost bridges the gap of the past and the future, and just what, like I said before the game, what Oscar Robertson's meant to the game, and the way he kind of revolutionized, a perimeter guard, a big guard. He was probably the first guy that was that size that could do the things that he could do. I think when you think of Oscar Robertson, everybody thinks about the same thing: triple doubles. And for Russell to be able to do that, and for him to be able to, Oscar Robertson, be here to share in it, I think it was a great moment.